Welcome everyone to this week's episode of Unrooted Men's Volleyball Edition, and my guest for this week's show was none other than freshman middle blocker on the men's volleyball team, Ryan Hansell. Ryan, thanks so much for joining me on the show.
It's a pleasure being here.
Let's start by getting to know you a little bit better. On the first episode of the show, Coach Frechette said that you forgot the values ball one day in the training room. Have you or anyone else made this mistake since you?
Well, the value ball is it's such a weird object we have on our team. We always want to have it with us wherever we go, but what ends up happening is it's always getting forgotten everywhere, either in the locker rooms or where we go in the airport or stuff like that. I mean, it's a priority that we have on our team, but it's not with us at all times.
So how can it be a priority if it's not really a priority?
The coaches set it as a thing that we want to have with us, and our values are on it, we want to win, play good, stuff like this. But I mean, it's just it's a ball. We don't keep the best track of it, even though we want to keep it up with us. And then
Where's the best place that it's been left?
I'm pretty sure we left it in a bathroom in the airport one time.
How'd you get it back?
We made sure we had it with
went
us.
Back at all costs, you're going to go back into that restroom, find the stall, and get that values ball. All right. Now, when you get onto the floor, it seems like you inject a lot of energy into this team right away. Is that something that you pride yourself on doing, coming in, getting a big block or a kill, and then just yelling and screaming?
Yeah. Well, when I go in and everybody's looking down and not having energy, I really believe that energy keeps us motivated and keeps us hyped up and playing good. And so if we're not playing good, at least we can have energy that helps us get better. And so I try to do that every time I go in and make a difference. Certainly. If I can't do it with my plays, I can do it with my energy and my personality.
And it sure seems like that the men's volleyball team here at Menlo is one of the most energetic teams I've ever seen covered. I didn't know if that was just a Menlo thing or if that was a men's volleyball thing in general, but I'm starting to learn that you guys you're up there with the most energetic. What are some of your favorite parts of being a middle blocker? Because primarily, you're just going up there stuffing two hands up, but sometimes you'll be swinging. What's your favorite part?
My favorite part would be when we're one-on-one with the other middle blocker and you just get a stuff block one-on-one, and that's just, in my opinion, the best feeling because it just shuts down the other player, makes you feel great, and everybody hypes up and goes crazy, which is awesome.
Kind of like asserting your dominance over the other middle blocker.
Let 'em
hey,
know,
I'm better than you, in your face, guy.
Exactly.
That kind of thing, All right, let's talk a little bit about the team now, Ryan. Menlo took on UC Merced this past week in Merced. The Oaks took the first set. You guys were hitting over 40% as a team in that first set. What enabled you guys to get out to such a hot start?
I think when we were in the vans, we were all pretty concentrated on the game, focused, and so we knew we had to come out swinging and play hard. Merced beat us 3-0 last time, so we got to fight back and put up something, and then when we came out there, we were all ready and put up a fight the first set, and we took them down the first set.
I like that you brought up the vans. How difficult is it really to travel somewhere the day of a game? You're riding in the van for, I don't know, what was the drive? 2 hours?
2.5
hours to Merced. And then, an hour and a half, 2 hours later, you're playing a game. How tough is that?
It was, that was the first time we've done that, but it was a little difficult because it was just a long ride and we're all chilling out, sleeping and stuff like that, and then we have to wake up and be ready for a game. I feel like we adapted to the situation pretty well, being that we came out and won the first set.
Yeah, I was going to say, hitting 40% in the first set after that, that's pretty darn good. UC Merced came back. They took the final 3 sets of the match to win it in 4. What did the Bobcats do differently in those final 3 sets that allowed them to pull ahead?
Well, they had a hitter on their team, number 9, who was just swinging incredibly well. He was just, we could not stop him, even if we had a double block and our defense all set up. He was just finding ways to tip the ball or hit through our block, and I think that's what made the difference in the game. He showed up in the second, third, and fourth set, and he wasn't there in the first one, and so,
I think if I recall the numbers correctly, they hit something like 55% in the second and third sets,
Yeah.
and probably a lot of that came from good old number 9. Jarrod Jordan had one of his better nights as an Oak in that game against the Bobcats. He had 4 blocks. What has his veteran presence been like to you guys, a group by and large full of freshmen, and then of course Brad Solid?
I mean, Jarrod is a experienced player. He's been playing for a while. I mean, he played at Santa Barbara Community College, so he's gotten experience from different places. And him being a middle, helping our other middles, really helps us become better, learn the game, know what we see and where to hit. And so if he's not playing, he's helping us on the sideline coaching. And if he's playing, then we're helping him on the sidelines, getting better, learning what to do.
Yeah. You guys are currently in an off week before you take on UC Davis next week. Do you guys enjoy these periods of rest in the middle of the year?
Yeah, I will have to say we do enjoy them. They're pretty nice to just chill out and hang out, because usually we have practice 5 days a week, or we have a tournament on the weekend where we're playing 5 games a weekend as well. So it's nice to have a breather every once in a while.
Yeah, get some guys healed up and ready for the
exactly.
upcoming stretch of games. And it's just one game next week as well, so it's kind of a light part of the schedule right now as you guys take on Davis on the 27th. It's the club team that you're facing, but what challenges do you expect to see from the Aggies?
I mean, it's still going to be a good volleyball team. They're going to have some players that know how to play, and we're just going to have to come out, play disciplined defense, and do our training and stuff like that. We just got to stick to our Menlo roots and continue. Yeah.
I like that, although I've just unrooted you, so it's kind of tough to
That's
tough to stick to something rooted when it's been
yeah.
unrooted. Hey, I like what I did there. Perfect opportunity. Okay, Ryan, let's get into the final segment of the show. It's called Brownie Bites. I'm going to ask you 3 off-the-wall questions. You give me your best answers. Question number 1. It seems like now it happens often, so this might be whoever has the ball next, but which teammate is most likely to lose the values ball next?
Well, I'd say probably, I don't know who has it right now because it bounces to each teammate pretty fast because nobody wants to have it.
Yeah, because they lose it.
Yeah, and then I'd probably say either Ed, probably. Ed's he's bouncing from places to places and doesn't seem to keep track of his value ball very well.
Okay. Question number 2. Which teammate is most likely to develop a sore jaw from chewing taffy?
Taffy. I'd probably say Bryson. I think he's always eating candy or something like that, and he likes candy.
He's a gum chewer, isn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah. I've seen him on the floor, and I'm pretty sure I've seen him with something jawing around in his mouth, so I think that might be the case. I could see that happening. Although he might have the jaw strength to be able to take care of it, so I don't know, unless he's got a mountain of taffy. I thought of that. The reason why I bring that one up is because I was writing these questions for you, and I'm trying to think, what do I want to ask him? What's random? And I had a piece of Huckleberry taffy on my desk that our golf coach, Mike Givens, had gave me, and I looked at it and I go,
perfect, got it.
Sure, okay, Ryan's going to be confused with that one. Question number 3, if working at a construction site, which teammate would operate the crane?
The teammate I trust with operating the crane would probably be Justice Patterson.
Why so?
I mean, I'd say he's pretty reliable, and he wouldn't do anything to jeopardize my safety, I guess.
Jeopardize your safety?
Yeah.
So do you think that he would actually be able to build whatever he's asking to build, or lay down the pipe, or I don't know what?
I don't know if he could do that, but I'd trust him with it.
You don't? Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, that's all that matters sometimes. Ryan, thank you so much for joining me on the show. I appreciate it. You're welcome. Folks, the men's volleyball team, they're off this weekend, but they do have a contest coming up next week, early next week. It'll be Tuesday, a matchup against the club team at UC Davis, February 27th. That one starts at 6 o'clock. We invite you to tune in to the next episode of Unrooted Men's Volleyball Edition, when Ryan Hansell will select the next interviewee by me, Brian Brownfield, right here on the show. Until then, we'll see you next week. Take care, everybody.